everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about all the manga I'm planning on reading in October. I cannot wait to be reading all of these spooky manga. If you didn't already know, I am co-hosting the Manga Freakathon this year, which is a manga readathon where you try to read as many spooky books as you can. They don't have to be spooky books, but we have some challenges and a bingo board. I'm co-hosting that along with Marguerite's Manga and Bizarre Individual. A lot of that stuff is going on over on Instagram, so if you have an Instagram, please join us on there. Should be very fun. There's going to be some special events, maybe definitely reading sprints, so lots to look forward to. Also, if you're looking for recommendations for manga to read during this readathon, again, go ahead and head over to my Instagram because I have made a couple posts recommending manga. I've sorted them out through genre or theme, so it should be easy to find something that you maybe already have on your shelves that you can read during the readathon. Of course, I love horror manga, but I tried to keep it as inclusive as possible and include things from all different levels of spookiness. Some of them aren't even spooky at all, but there is something for everyone in those posts, so go ahead and check it out if that sounds interesting to you. And of course, since it's me, I have a very overly ambitious TBR for October, so let me tell you about it. And these aren't really in any particular order. So firstly, I have Ally by Junji Ito. This came out a couple months ago. I have been saving it for October. Should be a fun time. Junji Ito's manga are usually interesting, if nothing else. So definitely looking forward to this. Next up, the 8th and final volume of Parasite should be out in October, assuming it hasn't been delayed since the last time I checked. But I have not read Parasite. At this point, I feel like it's kind of a classic manga, at least in terms of horror, right? So I'm definitely looking forward to reading it. I've been collecting these full color collections since they started releasing in English. So I can't wait to finally read something as iconic as Parasite. Another big hardcover volume, I have H.P. Lovecraft's At the Mountains of Madness in this really cool oversized edition. Again, I have tried to read in the past one of these Go Tanabe adaptations of H.P. Lovecraft's works, and I didn't like it because it was very, very small and it was hard to look at the art. So I think in this format, it should go better, hopefully, so I'll let you know my thoughts. Next, I have a volume that I started reading last year during the Manga Freakathon, and I didn't even get quite halfway through. It's kind of episodic, more short stories, so this is Kitaro by Shigeru Mizuki. You can see I still have my bookmark in there. It's kind of a spooky one, so that's cool. But yes, I would like to read this. There are a couple other Shigeru Mizuki works, maybe just one other one that I have on my TBR, so maybe I'm really ambitious, I'll read both of these, but Kitaro is my main focus in terms of this author's works. Next, this is if I have time, I will try to read Shadow's House. I read the first volume or two and I definitely enjoyed it. I found it very interesting, but I don't think this is selling very well for Yen Press, if I had to guess, because they really slowed down the release dates for the series. So I do want to read it and talk about it more, but I have enjoyed this. I just am not sure if I want to read this right now. So if I somehow have extra time and end up finishing everything else on my TBR, if I'm very motivated, then maybe I will add this one as well. Next, I'm so excited for this. I have The Town of Pigs by Hideshi Hino. This is another Starfruit Books release. I absolutely adored Panorama of Hell, which I read earlier this year. Had a fantastic time with that. So if this is even half as good as that, I will definitely enjoy this as well. So can't wait for this. And lastly is the longest series on this TBR and perhaps the most intimidating, but I do think it fits for October, and that is Battle Royale. I have all 15 volumes. I bought it semi-recently, a couple months ago, and I've heard unique things about this first volume, but I have read the novel. I enjoy it, and the entire time I was reading it, I was wondering what it would be like if I read this in a manga version. So I'm excited I finally have the opportunity to do so. So that is everything that is on my planned TBR for October. There are a couple other volumes coming out throughout the month that I might add on, but they're just like continuing series I've already read before. Now, just for housekeeping, if you've been watching my YouTube channel the last few months, you'll know that I think it was in July. Yes, July. I introduced this cool concept that is not super unique on MangaTube or BookTube, but it was picking my TBR from a very scary wheel. And in that video, I said I was going to do another one of them in October. However, I did at least start all 5 series that I picked out, or the wheel picked out for me. And unfortunately, I really didn't enjoy any of them. There were some that were fine, but many of them were really not very good. So I think I'm gonna have to like revamp that and very much like pick out the series I want to put on the wheel, maybe do like a top 20 that I'm most excited to read and then have the wheel choose, because I just cannot read any more mediocre manga. The idea of picking 5 more series from the wheel that I have to read in only 2 months, because I would be focusing on all these manga in October. The idea of picking 5 more mediocre manga sounds horrible to me. I just can't do it. And anybody who has been watching my channel for a while knows that that's kind of surprising, because I love a challenge. But I would rather, I don't know, I guess I'll have to choose my TBR for myself. For the next few months, we'll see. I might have another TBR video for November and December, my end of the year reading plans. So look forward to that. But please, if you're interested in joining us during this Manga Freakathon spooky season, please let me know that you're participating down below and let me know what you're planning on reading. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.